welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. So this video is about 3 years overdue. Y'all, I've really been trying to go through my archives and just upload everything that I've been hoarding for years at this point. But I designed the cutest accent wall in my first apartment, and I'm gonna break down really quickly for y'all how I did it. So first things first, I paid about $105 for this wall. I will say though, I was covering a lot of wall area. That wall was 17 feet wide by 8 feet tall. So if your apartment is anywhere between 14 feet and less, you'll probably only pay about 50 bucks. I had to double up on wallpaper, double up on contact paper, basically all the materials I had to get more of. So the first step was lining the walls with the white foam boards. I personally staple gunned my boards into the wall, but that's because my complex was okay with just little staple holes in the wall. If your complex is 100% no holes, I would go with command strips. So I would use about 1 command strip per board. These boards weigh little to nothing. So I would take the command strip and cut it into 4 and use 1 at each corner of the foam board. I used about 6 foam boards on each side of the wall. I lined it 20 inches the horizontal way, 30 inches high, and I used, I think, about 2 or 3 of the foam boards along the top lining. I cut them into narrow rectangles and just lined them up that way. So then the next step was prepping the wall for wallpaper. So I know nowadays peel and stick wallpaper is a common thing, but 3 years ago, they did have peel and stick wallpaper, but it was just super expensive and I wasn't trying to pay for that. For some reason, regular wallpaper was cheaper. So that's what I had gotten, and the link for that is on the side. So I started by lining the center portion with blue tape. One thing you want to make sure you're doing if you are going this method is to measure the width of the wallpaper strips when you are lining your blue tape on the wall, because you want to make sure that each edge of the wallpaper is falling on the blue tape. So after you're done lining the walls with the blue tape, I then went in and lined the blue tape with double-sided tape. Me personally, I put blue tape along the whole wall first, and then as I was putting up the wallpaper, I was adding the double-sided tape. So I didn't cover the full wall with double-sided tape and then put the wallpaper. That's just my preference. The next step was just applying the wallpaper onto the double-sided tape. I just used a smoothing tool from Dollar Tree. You could literally use anything. You could use a hardcover textbook, anything with a flat, hard surface. And then after that, you just stick the contact paper onto the foam board and make sure you smooth it as you apply it, just to make sure there's no air bubbles. And that was really it, y'all. It was a really simple process and the result was amazing.